Hello, my name is Blaze. I'm a part of the EForT scalping team. My PO is Dr. Masood Sajjadi, and here is an intro to EMA stock mix. So here I am in Meta Editor 5. The goal is to show you the logic of our scalping algorithm. EMA stock mix is the expert advisor for the EForT scalping team in spring 2020. The name comes from a mix of using two indicators, one being the exponential moving average, or EMA indicator, and the other being a stochastic indicator. EMA stock mix uses a signal called EMA stock. This file contains all the logic for our algorithm, which is the file that I'm in right now. I will be describing the code little by little so as to paint the general picture. The signal was created using the MetaQuotes Language 5 or MQL5 standard library, and by extending the ExpressSignal class and modifying the functions and variables. So from lines 8 to 23, we have a commented out segment that gets parsed by the wizard in Meta Editor when creating an EA. In this segment, we have components such as the title, type, class name, and the parameters that we used. It is important that the information inside of the segment is formatted correctly, or else the EA won't generate properly. Nothing can go outside of these bounds right here. There must be no white space before and after the assignment symbol, and the inputs for parameters must be separated by a single comma, no white space. Now we have come to the start of our C-SNOMIX class, beginning at line 29. Lines 32 and 33 show the indicators that we used. Here is the stochastic indicator object, and here is the EMA indicator object. Lines 36 to 42 show the variables that will contain the values for its respective indicator. After that, we have the constructor, the destructor, and the methods for setting the values for our parameter inputs. We check the correctness of input data using the validation settings method. Next, we initialize our indicators. Then we create these methods here that allow us to return data from the indicators for stochastic and EMA. After that, we have functions that describe the buy and sell conditions, which I will explain in further detail later on. Next, we are creating the stochastic and EMA indicators. Next, we have the constructor that initializes default values for the indicators. And here we have the destructor. Here is the validation settings function. Here is where we initialize our indicators. So this is the first indicator that we create using this method, which is our stochastic indicator. This was implemented straight from MetaTrader 5. This indicator can be used on any time frame and has the default settings of 5, 3, and 3. These values represent the K period, D period, and the period of slowing. The stochastic indicator is used to show whether the market is overbought or oversold. Here, so that's this function right here. This function allows us to create the 200 EMA indicator. The 200 EMA line is used as the trend line. This is a way for the EA to see if the market is on an uptrend or a downtrend, long trade or short trade, respectively. Now we have reached the method for our long condition. This paragraph here from lines 176 to 181 explains how the logic works. As we were testing our EA, we found that some hours were generating more loss than others, so we ended up excluding them. So you can see that right here from lines 200 to 208. Here's more of the logic. Here, if the current price is above the 200 EMA line, it's not one of the problematic hours. It has a stock value between 11 and 20 and is on an uptrend, then execute a buy trade. And then here, you just return the signal value. So here we are in the short condition. Again, this paragraph here explains how the logic works from lines 240 to 245. Here are the problematic hours that we don't trade on. And if the current price is below the 200 EMA line, it's not one of the bad hours. The stock value is between 80 and 90 and is on a downtrend, meaning the previous candle is greater than the next candle, then execute a sell trade. Finally, return the signal value. And that concludes this video. Again, my name is Blaze. I'm a part of the EForT scalping team, and my PO is Dr. Masood Sajjadi. I hope that you found this video helpful. Thank you.